Alright, here we go. This is my 5,000 mile review on the 2014 Ram 1500 made by Dodge. Well, now it's actually branded as a Ram, so it will be what it will be. But this particular truck is a crew cab. It's a express package. It's got the 20-inch wheels, crew cab, tinted windows, Hemi engine, which you can see here. It's a little on the dirty side, so just bear with me here. It's December, obviously, so it's dirtier than hell. I'm going to go ahead and open her up here and take a look. Once again, she's dirty inside. This, like I said, right now, it's got 5,800 miles on her. And so far, I really enjoy it. It's plenty of room, plenty of storage, which is actually really nice. Got the WeatherTech floor mats in here. You can zoom in on that. Sorry if my hand's shaking a little bit. It's kind of chilly out today. You look in the center console here. You got, plenty of room in here. I've got a pair of hat and some gloves, some medicine and whatnot, some Tylenol and whatnot in case I get a headache or something. Got a little cubby there, and then over there you got the big cubby over the glove box. Plenty of room, in the passenger seat there. Floorboards are nice and wide. It's a decent running truck, decent stereo system in it, real decent. It's four-wheel drive, as you can see here. And the one thing I did notice about this too is it does have that MDS system in there. We're going to kind of go over that as we do our walk around here. But the MDS system basically will cut off four of the cylinders whenever you're running, on flat ground at constant speed. Excuse me. So now we're in the back seat here, and you flip up the back seat there. You got plenty of room in there, so that way you can, store stuff and whatnot. I keep all my emergency supplies and whatnot down in there just in case I get stuck somewhere. The other cool feature about this truck is if you flipped up the floor mats here, you've got these little compartments. And this only comes on the crew cab apparently, but these compartments are actually removable. You can use them as a cooler. You could fill them full of ice and put pop or whatever you want to put in there. Once again, you got the door pockets and whatnot. And yeah, I do have a tonneau cover on it. It's made by Tuxedo. It's a slim or a low pro. And we'll open up the tailgate here. It's got plenty of room back here. It's like a 5.5 foot bed. And the other cool thing about this is if you hit the lock button on your key fob, it actually locks the tailgate. So it's a pretty cool little feature. But we'll go around the other side here. Once again, underneath the floorboard here, you got I keep jumper cables and tools and all kinds of stuff down in there. Shout out Steve Austin's show. That Stone Cold Steve Austin actually does it. WWE wrestler. He put it together a little list of stuff that you want to keep in your vehicle with you, especially in in this area where you want to do it. Because, it's kind of easy to get stranded someplace running off the road and whatnot. WeatherTech floor mat again. The jack for when you have to jack up the truck to change a tire or something like that is actually under the front seat, which is kind of odd. But, and then underneath the radio here, there's a compartment. It's like a little drawer that pops out. So that way you can, store cigarettes or whatever like that in there. This folds up. And you got a full seat there. I just keep stuff underneath there because I don't have people sitting in the front with me. Glove box, not very big, but it'll suffice. Now the other thing, I'm actually scheduled to have the truck taken in for service. We're gonna go ahead and open up the hood here so you can get a good look on the motor. But I have it scheduled for service right now. I actually just did my oil change last weekend. And upon inspection, they realized that the stereo system is actually kind of messed up. The head unit is. So they're going to be replacing that next week. Sorry about that. But this is the 5.7 liter Hemi engine. It's very powerful. It's rated at like 396 horses, 410 foot-pounds of torque. All the fluids are pretty easy to check. Your oil dipstick's over here. Transmission's back there. Coolant right up front here, and this actually does have a radiator cap on it too, which is nice because a lot of these systems now are just that stupid sealed system where you only have the overflow bottle and your washer fluid, of course, over here. I do have the air filter, the K&N air filter in there, because the air filters for these are kind of expensive. So I did that. That way all I have to do is just take it out and clean it every once in a while. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to set this camera up on a tripod here. That way you can hear what this thing sounds like. Alright, here we go. So she definitely sounds good. Alright, I pulled into the garage now. That way you can get a sound of, you know, what the stereo sounds like and whatnot. I'm going to go through some of the features in the dashboard for you. Right now I have it set on fuel economy. As it's showing here, I've got 16.8 miles per gallon. Just a little bit less than a half a tank to go yet. We're going to go ahead and scroll back through the buttons you see here. And that way you can get a good look at this. The vehicle info, if you look at it closely here, I'm going to zoom in. It shows you the tire pressures, the transmission temperature, oil temperature, oil pressure, you know, oil life, which is at 98% because I just had it done this past week. Battery voltage, gauge summary, which tells you your coolant temperature, your transmission temperature, all that good stuff. Idle time and drive time, which is kind of cool. And that's that for, you know, right there. It also has a digital speedometer thing, so if you happen to wander into Canada, or if you're from Canada, you probably have the same feature where you can actually select to go back and forth between kilometers per hour and miles per hour, which is kind of nice. And then your trip, you know, your trip odometers and whatnot. Messages, it'll tell you if there's something wrong with the truck. If the check engine light comes on, it'll pop a message up into this folder here. Screen setup, which just basically goes through your, you know, info line and whatnot, so that way you can program what you want on there. The settings, obviously, you know, you can actually play with that. The hill start assist, basically what it does is it holds the brakes on for a couple extra seconds after you let off when you're sitting on a grade. That way you can get started without rolling back. Auto door locks on, auto door unlock, remote unlock sequence, which basically will just set it whether you hit the button once on the key fob or hit the button twice to, you know, what it does. The horn honk when you lock the truck, which obviously in the other video you've seen that it works. The flashlights with the lock, headlights on with wipers, which is an awesome feature. When you turn the wipers on for more than, I think it's 30 seconds, it automatically turns the lights on, which is indicated by these little green lights right here. Of course, I have the fog lights on as well. Lights off delay, I have it set for like 30 seconds or something like that. Key off power delay, you'll keep the radio and the windows activated for a couple seconds. Illuminated approach, when you hit the unlock button, it'll actually turn the headlights on so you can find your truck. Fuel saver display, it's that little thing that I showed you on the other screen with that little, it was like a little bar, and it just moves around as you drive. It's pretty cool. Then units and measure and all that, and you're back to square one. And you can turn the menu off, but I just turn it right back to fuel economy there. Now, I've had the radio on the whole time. This is the regular bare bones radio, as the Chrysler people calls it. It's the RA1 radio. It's just a 3-inch display, or well, I think it's a 3-inch display. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's actually pretty powerful stereo. You know, it's, you know, the one thing I did notice about this, it's kind of odd, is it doesn't have a CD player. Usually in the new Dodges, they store it under the center console. It doesn't have one. I think it's just a, you know, whatever package I got with it. But it's got the satellite radio, it's got USB and everything like that, which is actually in the center console. So you can plug a USB jump drive or an auxiliary port into it for like an iPod or something like that. We're going to turn it up for you so you can hear what the stereo sounds like. It's actually very good quality for a bare bones stereo. That's just on 21. And I'm going to go ahead and put a clip in this video as well of the problem I was having with my stereo. Basically what it was doing was, for some reason, unbeknownst to me, it was leaving, it was almost like governing the volume on the truck, and it would fluctuate But I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip here right after I get done talking, and that way you can get a good idea of what exactly it was doing. But you have your HVAC controls down here. It's got air conditioning. It's got the heated mirrors, which all you do to turn on the heated mirrors, you hit this button here. And then down below there, you got your traction control off, and then your tow haul modes, which I use regularly to get rid of that stupid MDS system. Of course, you had a hazard button here, 4-wheel drive dial. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this. I'm going to go ahead and insert that clip now of what the radio was doing, and then we'll go ahead and wrap. So if you have any comments or anything like that, make sure to, you know, drop them down in the comment section below. And otherwise, I mean, I do have to say, nice job, Dodge. The truck runs great. It acts, you know, like a real truck. It's not, you know, it's not plastic and cheap like a lot of the other competitors out there. And I'm definitely happy with it, aside from the couple little hiccups that I've had, which is, you know, it's a brand new truck. Of course, it's going to have some issues. It'll get resolved. It's under warranty, no problems. But I'll go ahead and update on that whenever it does get resolved. So this is Clyde Cole, and that was my review of the Dodge Ram 1500 2014 model year, 5,000 mile review, and obviously we're a little late on that. So you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching. All right, it is 10/23, December 5th, and my stereo will not turn up. I'm going to, there we go, look, 22, I'm rolling the little dial. It's not going up. Just wanted to document it.